In a world that never seems to slow down, where chaos and competition dominate our daily lives, what if there was a place where you could just put it all on pause? A place in which the only battles you ever face are against the soil beneath your feet, the skies stretching endlessly above your head, and your own unique creative abilities. Lightyear Frontier isn't just a game. It is an escape from the firm grasps of everyday life, from the nonsensical madness of jobs, education, and endless responsibilities. It is a chance to step into a breathtaking realm of endless possibilities, where your future is in your hands. Build a home, cultivate life, and live beyond the hazy fog of hyperstimulation that life imposes. Bring your mind back to life again, back to the peace it needs to prosper, and rediscover what it means to simply exist. Lightyear Frontier is more than escapism. At its heart, the game mirrors our own desires for renewal and simplicity. Much like the protagonist, fleeing an old life for a fresh start on a distant planet, we too long for spaces that allow us to reconnect with what truly matters. What inspired the creation of this serene, mech-driven experience? How did it come to life? And why is it striking such a chord with gamers across the globe who are seeking something different amongst the madness of modern gaming? At the heart of Lightyear Frontier is Framebreak, a young and ambitious game development studio founded in 2020. The story begins in the quiet city of Skövde, Sweden, where three passionate graduates from Skövde University's renowned game development program, Joachim Kopriva Hedström, Cornelis Westing, and Jack Lindgren, decided to chase a dream. Unsurprisingly, it is the same dream I chased myself in my freshman year of college. These three didn't just want to make games, they wanted to create environments and experiences that broke conventions and left a lasting impact. To, instead of pushing themes, enhance the generation of self-healing and provide more outlets away from our busy lives. All three of these developers took part in the creation of each and every detail within the world of Lightyear Frontier, although there are still many others left unnamed that played a role in the creation of this masterpiece. Those with a flair for innovative gameplay mechanics brought technical expertise to the team. Others provided a keen eye for storytelling and world building, shaping the game's artistic vision. And others found inspiration in the natural beauty of the world's landscapes to add depth and authenticity to the alien world of Lightyear Frontier. Together, they formed Framebreak, a name that reflects their mission to shatter expectations and create something truly original. Their initial concept for Lightyear Frontier was simple yet ambitious: to combine the meditative joy of farming simulations with the thrill of exploration, and to do it all inside a customizable mech. Drawing inspiration from the gaming trends of the time, they envisioned a peaceful experience that celebrated creativity and sustainability, breaking away from the combat-heavy focus of many sci-fi games. Unlike the countless uninspired recreations of classics like Stardew Valley, Dark Souls, The Sims, or Civilization, games that often leave you longing to return to these originals, Lightyear Frontier stands apart as something entirely its own. While playing, I initially felt the game bore some resemblance to titles like Subnautica and Satisfactory, as certain mechanics and elements seemed familiar. However, as I spent more time immersed in its world, I realized Lightyear Frontier transcends these comparisons. Yes, many games share common threads. It's inevitable in a market as vast as gaming, much like how songs on the radio can feel similar because they strike familiar chords. But Lightyear Frontier doesn't just echo other titles, it redefines them, creating something uniquely serene and captivating. But the vision of these three founders soon attracted others who shared their passion. As Framebreak grew, so did Lightyear Frontier. The team expanded to include talented artists, sound designers, writers, and engineers, each bringing their unique expertise to the table. What truly stands out is how Framebreak fostered a collaborative environment, not just within their team, but with their community. Everyone from interns to senior developers was encouraged to contribute ideas, and that openness extended to players like me. As someone who has followed the game's development since its initial reveal, I can confidently say the team excelled at connecting with their community. They didn't just listen, they acted, being able to vote on new features, guide decisions about gameplay and environments, and directly influence the game's progression felt incredibly gratifying. It's a stark contrast to the state of many mainstream games today. Titles like Overwatch, Apex Legends, Valorant, or Fortnite often feel driven more by monetization and corporate partnerships than by genuine player input. Framebreak, on the other hand, maintained a transparent and active presence, regularly sharing updates, engaging with feedback, and inviting players to be part of the creative process. Even now, their Steam page showcases plans for 2025, inviting players to weigh in on future decisions. It's this level of transparency and collaboration that makes Framebreak not just a development studio, but a true partner to its players, something rare and deeply appreciated in today's gaming world. So, why does Lightyear Frontier matter? What makes it stand out in a sea of games? The answer lies not just in its gameplay, but in the timing, the inspirations, and the people behind it. This game is a reflection of its time, shaped by the industry's trajectory and players' demands. Every game stands on the shoulders of those that came before it. Lightyear Frontier draws from some of the most beloved titles of our time while carving its own unique path. But it's not just the mechanics that make this game special, it's the philosophy behind it. In an industry obsessed with action and adrenaline, Lightyear Frontier offers a moment to breathe, to build, and to connect. Stick around as we dive deep into the story of Lightyear Frontier, from its humble beginnings at Framebreak to its groundbreaking innovations. We'll explore the heart of what makes this game a masterpiece. If you're ready to journey beyond the stars and uncover the legacy of this tranquil frontier, let's get started. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast alien landscape, the weight of your past life on Earth fading behind you. The air is still, the horizon stretches endlessly, and for the first time in what feels like forever, you have the chance to begin anew. This is the world of Lightyear Frontier, a serene and breathtaking escape into the unknown. You arrive with little more than the clothes on your back and a ship that bears the mark of its own long journey. Yet, you're not alone. Nestled within your stolen craft is the farm mech, an extraordinary machine designed to bridge the gap between humanity and the wild frontier. It's not just a tool, it's your partner, your lifeline, and your gateway to the possibilities this planet holds. The farm mech is a mechanical marvel, equipped with tools that feel as intuitive as they are ingenious. A saw for clearing paths, a planter for sowing seeds, a vacuum hose to gather resources. It all feels like an extension of you. As you step into this uncharted world, the first thing that strikes you is the stillness. The planet is vast and untamed with towering cliffs, lush forests, and open meadows that beg to be explored. But it is also a world in need of care. Signs of decay are everywhere. Strange, infectious slime clings to the ground, and the vegetation appears choked by years of neglect. This planet, much like yourself, seems to be searching for a second chance. Early on, you encounter Piper, a forgotten recon drone left adrift in humanity's pursuit of expansion. Piper is more than an AI companion. She is a guide, a storyteller, and in many ways, a mirror to your own journey. Her databanks hold fragments of the planet's history, and as she shares these pieces with you, it becomes clear that there is more to this world than meets the eye. Your first task is to get to know the farm mech, but the game doesn't rush you. There's no timer, no looming threat, just the gentle invitation to explore. Each tool feels purposeful, designed to help you interact with the environment in meaningful ways. You'll clear paths through overgrown brush, sow seeds in fertile soil, and watch as the first shoots of alien crops break through the ground. Each action feels deliberate and rewarding, a step toward transforming this barren land into a thriving home. The daily progression mechanic is a quiet delight. Each morning begins with a gentle update, the weather forecast, the number of days passed, and a reflection of your achievements. These moments feel like a journal entry, a pause to take stock of your progress before venturing out once again. As you work to cleanse the land of its impurities, the transformation is astonishing. What was once lifeless becomes vibrant. Animals return to graze, plants flourish, and the world feels alive in ways you didn't think possible. Exploration lies at the heart of Lightyear Frontier, inviting curiosity at every step. The game's opening tutorial places you in a region known as the Meadows, a serene expanse of open fields, scattered forests, tranquil ponds, and winding riverbeds. Your first task is to recover the pieces of your farm mech, which have been thoughtfully scattered across this picturesque landscape. The placement of these pieces feels deliberate, as if the developers wanted to showcase not only the diversity of the terrain, but also the promise of the vast, untamed world awaiting your discovery. However, This initial freedom to explore comes with a sobering realization. Many areas, while accessible, are devoid of life and resources. The planet's surface, once thriving, now bears the scars of decay, overrun by suffocating, infectious growth. Beyond the meadows, the land remains stagnant, unable to produce anything new until you cleanse it of its blight. Your farm mech, still in its simplest form, lacks the tools necessary to restore the realm to its former glory. Rather than frustrate, this limitation ignites a spark of excitement. It is a subtle reminder that there is always more to uncover, more to strive for, and more to do. Each locked area and dormant resource hints at the potential that lies ahead, encouraging you to push forward, to grow stronger, and to embrace the journey of renewal and discovery. And then there's this door. Hidden in a mountainside between many regions of the map, it stands as a mysterious sentinel, its surface marked by glowing locks. What lies beyond? The game doesn't say, but you know, deep down, that your journey is connected to this ancient gateway. Each lock that glows feels like a small victory, a step closer to unraveling the planet's greatest mystery. The world itself is a marvel, a character as much as any other in the game. You'll find yourself pausing not out of necessity, but out of awe. Sunlight dances through the trees, the grass ripples in the wind, and the rain taps gently against the glass of your farm mech's cockpit. These moments aren't just pretty, they're grounding. They remind you why you came here, to find peace, to rebuild, and to reconnect with something greater. As the story unfolds, the gameplay deepens. Upgrades to your farm mech open up new possibilities, from reaching higher terrain to accessing resources buried deep within the earth. Each new area brings its own challenges and rewards, but the pacing remains unhurried. You're not just playing a game, you are crafting your own experience, shaping a world that feels both personal and boundless. Through it all, Piper remains by your side, her voice a steady companion as you uncover the secrets of this forgotten world. The ancient ruins, the environmental storytelling, and the echoes of those who came before you weave a narrative that is as much about hope as it is about discovery. In Lightyear Frontier, you are not just exploring an alien planet, you are rediscovering what it means to thrive. Each day is a small act of creation, each moment an invitation to pause and reflect, and as the world around you begins to heal, you might just find that, in some small way, you are healing too. Transitioning from the immersive journey of exploration and discovery, we now delve into the intricate mechanics that form the backbone of your experience in Lightyear Frontier. These systems are thoughtfully designed to empower your creativity, facilitate your survival, and deepen your connection to this alien world. As you immerse yourself in the world of Lightyear Frontier, the intricate mechanics of the game reveal themselves with seamless elegance, forming the foundation of your journey. These systems are not just tools for progression, but are deeply integrated into the fabric of the game, connecting you to the world in meaningful and creative ways. At the center of it all is your farm mech, a marvel of engineering that becomes an extension of yourself. This versatile exosuit is your constant companion, equipped with tools that allow you to interact with the environment in ways that feel both purposeful and intuitive. Whether it's a saw to clear paths, a planter to sow seeds, or a vacuum hose to gather resources, the farm mech adapts to your needs, evolving alongside you as you venture deeper into the alien frontier. Its modular design ensures that as your skills grow, so does its functionality, cementing its role as an indispensable partner in your adventure. The act of gathering resources, a fundamental aspect of your survival, becomes an almost meditative ritual. The alien landscape is rich with materials waiting to be discovered, from basic elements like wood and stone to rarer finds such as aluminum rods and red crystals. Every swing of the farm mech's tools and every handful of gathered materials draws you further into the world, grounding you into its rhythms. Raw materials, however, are only the beginning. Through the use of various crafting constructs, these resources are transformed into components essential for building, upgrading, and thriving. Facilities, such as the oil presser, furnace, grinder, and assembler, play crucial roles in refining resources into usable forms. Crops can be pressed into oils, ores smelted into metals, and rocks ground into fine powders for advanced recipes. These constructs are more than machines. They are the heart of your progress, seamlessly blending utility with creativity. Farming, too, is a central pillar of your experience, offering both simplicity and depth. The act of planting seeds and nurturing crops feels intuitive, but the real magic lies in the satisfaction of watching your efforts come to life. Each crop carries its own unique traits and uses, reflecting the diversity of the alien world you're working to restore. Some plants yield basic materials like fiber or wheat, which may serve aesthetic purposes, such as crafting hay bales for decoration, adding charm to your homestead. Others, however, play a more vital role, producing oils essential for crafting and mech upgrades. The farming system extends beyond simple cultivation, introducing advanced tools like the plant drying machine. This ingenious device allows you to create waxes, dried fruit, and coils, further enriching your farming options and contributing to your progress. As your farm expands, it becomes much more than a source of sustenance. It evolves into a symbol of the harmony you are building with the planet, a tangible reflection of your care and creativity. Every carefully tended crop and productive harvest is a reminder that you're not just surviving in this world, you're thriving alongside it, shaping a future where technology and nature coexist in balance. Building your homestead is where the mechanics of Lightyear Frontier truly shine. Construction is both functional and deeply expressive, giving you the freedom to craft a settlement that reflects your personality and strategic vision. Facilities like workshops, barns, and compost boxes not only improve efficiency but also serve as the backbone of your growing community. At the same time, aesthetic touches allow you to transform your homestead into a place that feels uniquely yours, a space that is as practical as it is personal. Thoughtful placement of structures rewards you with optimized workflows and a sense of accomplishment as your vision comes together. Even the act of clearing land becomes an opportunity. Every time you cut down a plant with your farm mech saw tool, there's a chance it will drop a seed. These seeds allow you to grow your own unique plants, customizing the land to your liking and bringing the surrounding environment to life. The map's vastness adds another layer of possibility. While you may start your journey in the meadows, you're not confined to it. As you progress, you might discover a more appealing location to settle down and expand your homestead. Relocation isn't just an option, it's an exciting opportunity to reinvent your space, adapting it to new challenges and discoveries. Later upgrades to your farm mech expand the scope of your creativity even further. Path creation, lawn mowing, and tilling become available, offering greater control over your environment. These additions don't just enhance functionality, they empower you to shape the world around you in meaningful ways. Whether you're crafting a tightly organized farmstead or a sprawling outpost that integrates seamlessly into the wilderness, the possibilities are truly endless. The planet's wildlife is not just part of the scenery, it's a vital component of your survival and the ecosystem you are working to restore. These creatures, with their unique behaviors and quirks, play an integral role in replenishing resources and fostering a symbiotic relationship between yourself and the environment. By producing fodder tailored to specific species, you can encourage animals to assist in gathering materials, creating a rewarding exchange that feels as natural as it is purposeful. This relationship goes beyond utility. It serves as a constant reminder that this planet isn't solely yours. The wildlife is ever present, weaving through your carefully cultivated base and reacting dynamically to your actions. Run too fast in your farm mech or stomp loudly onto the ground, they'll scatter in fear. Offer them an abundance of food, they'll eagerly dig materials right out of the soil, sometimes making or breaking your crafting plans. One of the most endearing aspects of this interaction is how playful it feels. Spraying birds with water sends them squawking and flapping away in a hilariously exaggerated fashion, while field mice screech and scurry into hiding, their unnerving appearance softened by their skittish charm. These interactions breathe life into the planet, making every encounter feel meaningful and memorable. There's even a dedicated portion of the game where you can collect eggs from various fauna to create livestock. These creatures can be fed daily, producing resources essential to your progress. Each species has its own unique behaviors and responses to you, the player adding depth and a touch of realism that makes the world feel truly alive. This seamless integration of wildlife into the mechanics and atmosphere of Lightyear Frontier not only enriches the gameplay but also reinforces your connection to the planet you are striving to restore. Customization is another layer of personal expression within the game. By harvesting color flowers and using tools like the flower press and color mixer, you can create paints to personalize your farm mech and buildings. These small yet significant choices allow you to leave your mark on the world, transforming it into a reflection of your identity and creativity. What stands out most about the mechanics of Lightyear Frontier is their interconnectedness. Each system flows naturally into the next, creating a gameplay loop that is both engaging and calming. Gathering resources leads to crafting, which supports farming and building, which in turn sustains exploration and discovery. The design encourages you to take your time, to savor the process rather than rush through it. The mechanics are not just about what you do, they are about how you feel while doing it. Each action, whether it's feeding wildlife, refining materials, or planting a new crop, contributes to a sense of progress and purpose. The world feels alive, and your role within it feels significant. It is this balance of utility and emotion that makes the mechanics of Lightyear Frontier so compelling. In embracing these systems, you become an active participant in the planet's renewal, shaping the world as it shapes you. The thoughtful design and meditative pacing encourage a sense of peace and satisfaction, allowing you to find solace in the quiet rhythms of frontier life. In Lightyear Frontier, mechanics are not just tools for play, they are an invitation to connect, create, and thrive. As your journey in Lightyear Frontier unfolds, the serene act of cultivating the land and building a new home is punctuated by the discovery of ancient ruins. Silent monuments to a bygone civilization, scattered across the planet, these ruins offer glimpses into the lives of those who came before you. They are not just remnants of the past, but bridges to understanding a history that, much like your own, sought balance and renewal. Your first encounter with these ruins may feel almost sacred. The Pine Heights ruin, nestled near the meadows, are dominated by the remains of a colossal dam. This marvel of engineering speaks to a society that once thrived in harmony with nature, harnessing resources to sustain its people. As you wander through its towering walls and remnants, the dam feels less like a structure and more like a message, a testament to the ingenuity and challenges of a civilization that understood the delicate balance between progress and preservation. Deeper exploration brings you to the Yellow Forest ruins, where the echoes of community life are vivid and tangible. Clustered dwellings and communal spaces suggest a society deeply connected through shared purpose, likely engaged in mining and refining the mineral wealth of the nearby mountains. These ruins don't just stand as architectural achievements, they whisper stories of a close-knit community whose ambitions were as vast as the forests surrounding them. The Edge Cliffs region presents a different kind of mystery. Here, two distinct sites demand attention. One is an abandoned underground laboratory, its corridors still humming with the faint echoes of experiments once conducted there. The purpose of these experiments is unclear, but the clues left behind suggest a society grappling with the very fabric of life on their planet. Nearby, the remnants of a landing pad point to advanced technological capabilities, perhaps even interplanetary travel. These discoveries expand your understanding of the civilization and deepen the intrigue surrounding their ultimate fate. This journey continues to the mountainside coast ruins, where a secluded mountain chamber tells a story of reverence and significance. The intricate design suggests it may have been reserved for ceremonial use or as a dwelling for esteemed individuals. However, the signs of destruction hint at a darker chapter, one where conflict or disaster may have forever altered the course of this civilization. In the lowland plains, the ruins take on a more utilitarian appearance. Here, the remains of a massive power station reveal a society with a profound understanding of energy extraction. Cables running into the ocean suggest a far-reaching power network, underscoring the technological achievements of these ancient people. Yet amidst this evidence of progress lies the haunting question of how it all came to an end. Finally, the Tornado Rock Isle ruins bring a sense of connection to the planet's broader ecosystem. Resembling a loading dock, these ruins appear to have been a hub for transportation and trade, likely supporting vehicles capable of traversing water. The design hints at a society that valued movement and exchange, emphasizing their interconnectedness both within and beyond their world. Each ruin invites exploration and rewards it with artifacts that deepen your understanding of the planet's history. These relics are not mere collectibles, they are pieces of a puzzle, each revealing more about the people who once thrived there. Murals, ancient tools, and remnants of technology offer glimpses into their lives, their struggles, and their aspirations. Collecting all the artifacts in a region often unlocks special crafting recipes, allowing you to integrate elements of this ancient culture into your own journey of renewal. As you navigate these ruins, the game's narrative subtly weaves together the threads of past and present. The ruins challenge you not only with physical puzzles, but also with questions about the nature of progress, sustainability, and legacy. Who were these people? What did they strive for? And how did they fall? The game offers no definitive answers. leaving you to interpret and reflect on these mysteries. The ruins of Lightyear Frontier are not just locations, they are experiences. They remind you that your efforts to rebuild this planet are part of a larger story, one that spans generations. Each ruin stands as a quiet monument to the resilience of life and the enduring hope for renewal. As you emerge from their shadows and step back into the light, you carry with you the lessons of the past, shaping the future with every action you take. In this way, the ancient ruins are not just echoes of what once was, they are a guide to what could be. But how did these thriving structures become the ruins we now explore? Why is the world around us teeming with life yet littered with remnants of decay? A delicate balance exists, life overtaking ruin as time marches forward. Plant life slowly reclaiming what was once man-made, turning the page to a new chapter. Remember the glowing door, unlocking incrementally as we restore the land around us? Within its depths, we find answers, and even more questions. Once the final restoration task is completed, the door opens, inviting us into the heart of the unknown. Descending into the ruin, we navigate a labyrinth of doors, eventually arriving at an awe-inspiring inner sanctum. The cylindrical chamber reveals walls lined with countless homes, stacked in a way that speaks to desperation and overcrowding. Thousands of lives must have unfolded here, confined within these tightly packed spaces. But why was this civilization forced underground? The silence is deafening, offering no immediate answers. The ruin bears the marks of abandonment, a place left to collapse and decay over time. Above each dwelling glows a light, dimly signaling isolation, save for one. A single green light stands out among the darkness. Was this a deliberate clue from the developers, or merely a curious design choice? We're left to wonder, tantalized by this mystery. As we venture further, we encounter puzzles, tasks that momentarily take us out of the mech and into a more personal, human experience. These moments lead us to a control room, where we uncover coordinates pointing to another settlement. Yet excitement gives way to uncertainty as the marked location exists only as a placeholder for future updates. The promise of discovery lingers tantalizingly out of reach, reminding us that this story is still being written. On our way out, we're granted a remarkable gift, the ability to traverse water in our farm mech. Another relic of the past, this newfound capability expands our horizons, propelling us toward new possibilities. Yet as we leave, questions weigh heavier than answers. Who were these people? Why did their world collapse? Where did they go? The ruins give us glimpses of their lives, but leave the rest shrouded in mystery. The answers are there, waiting, but they, like the ruins themselves, will reveal their truths only in time. This portion of the retrospective is going to be more opinionated. My personal thoughts and experiences that others may not entirely agree with, as ultimately Lightyear Frontier is a game that offers something unique to everyone. With that said, let's dive in. Lightyear Frontier is a beautiful game. Its environments, its message, and the peace it brings to the player's hearts are unparalleled. Every sound, every sight, and every mechanic feels designed to resonate deeply with its audience. However, no game is without its rough edges, and there are mechanics and features that, in my opinion, could benefit from refinement and expansion. But let me emphasize first, nothing here feels detrimental to the game's overall growth, just opportunities to elevate what is already an amazing experience. So far, there are 4 NPCs in the game: Piper, your daily companion and lore guide; Lola, a traveling merchant; Ulf, a botanist from a nearby planet; and Diane, a rancher who also hails from another world. These characters bring a mix of charm and depth to the world, though not all shine equally. Ulf, for instance, is a standout. His voice acting is solid, and his role in the game allowing players to create genetically spliced seeds adds a refreshing layer of creativity. His quirky backstory, involving an experiment that accidentally turned his hair into a leaf, is endearing, and his shy, plant-loving personality feels authentic and adds depth to the environment. Diane and Lola, on the other hand, feel a bit flat by comparison. While they serve functional roles, helping generate unique farm animals and enabling trade respectively, they lack the depth and interaction that Ulf brings. Both characters could benefit from additional dialogue or expanded functionality to make their presence more impactful. That said, their inclusion still adds a sense of companionship, making the world feel less lonely and more alive. Piper, your constant companion, is a mixed bag. While her cheerful personality and growing emotional depth can be compelling, her repetitive voice lines can detract from the experience. Early in the game, she feels somewhat flat, recycling the same lines repeatedly. However, as the story unfolds, moments of genuine connection shine through. One memorable exchange comes after investigating ruins, where Piper expresses gratitude for experiencing the world through your perspective, an emotional, almost human moment that feels genuine. That said, her overused lines can become grating, particularly during repetitive tasks like breaking purple stones. These moments highlight a missed opportunity to make her dialogue more dynamic or task-specific. For example, instead of generic comments like "nice find,"
"Nice find,"
she could provide contextual feedback, such as noting the number of stones left in the area. Similarly, her morning greetings could be more varied or optional, perhaps replaced by farm tips or simple notifications displayed on screen. With these adjustments, Piper could evolve from a quirky guide into a truly dynamic and integral character. Moving beyond the characters, there are a few mechanics that feel underdeveloped or ripe for reimagining. The Bubble Pop and Seed Fall mini-games, which spawn hazardous substances on your farm, are entertaining in theory but can feel forced or unnecessary. I love the way popping of the bubbles feels, but the field of view and reach being limited on the mech causes serious issues. Not only this, but the rushed and sudden appearance of these games is detrimental. Adding a timer or warning mechanic could make these events feel more integrated and less intrusive. Although it is possible to decipher whether or not a hazardous event would occur in-game using the weather station, I didn't even realize this was an option until way beyond 80 days into my game. This could absolutely be an instance of seemingly becoming lost in the overwhelming amount of things to do in Lightyear Frontier, but this very well could represent a disconnect between an in-game event and something as simple as a daily weather cycle. Regardless, there's nothing more frustrating than being away from your base overnight only to halt every move in order to address the imminent destruction of all your hard-earned crops. Alternatively, replacing them with a more purposeful mechanic, such as collecting noxious spores from natural malice found during restoration tasks, would feel more cohesive. This could even tie into the ruins, for example. Unlocking the ability to farm hazardous materials could be tied to discoveries in the laboratory ruins, adding further depth and utility to exploration. One of the game's greatest strengths is how interconnected its mechanics feel. Nearly every system complements the other in meaningful ways. Expanding this principle to include the ruins would enhance their impact. Imagine if the power station ruins enabled faster farm mech tool upgrades, or if the shipping bay ruins added a tracking ability for your compass. These additions wouldn't be mandatory for progression, but could offer meaningful rewards for players who choose to engage more deeply within the world. Another feature that deserves recognition is the ability to traverse hidden caves scattered throughout the map. These caves often feel like secret pockets of the world, waiting to be uncovered by the curious and adventurous. Each one holds a relic or treasure, items that carry high value to the merchant Lola, and offer a sense of reward for exploration. Some caves are simple yet satisfying, containing extra ores or resources, while others are more intricate, hosting animal huts where you can feed wildlife. Perhaps the most breathtaking discovery lies beneath an overhanging cliff, where a massive, serene alcove reveals itself only after completing the game's story and gaining the ability to walk on water. This secluded haven, adorned with a tranquil pond, vibrant lilies, and lush trees, feels like a true reward for your dedication to restoration. It's moments like these that make the exploration in Lightyear Frontier feel magical and purposeful. However, this treasure system, while enjoyable, could benefit from more depth. Currently, treasures like acorns, bug fossils, clams, geodes, and eggs are delightful to find but lack a broader purpose beyond selling for currency. Imagine if there was a system where completing treasure bundles from each area unlocked unique items or decorations. Such a feature would not only encourage players to investigate every inch of the map, but also add a layer of gratification and progression to treasure hunting. A system like this could turn exploration into a more rewarding experience, weaving it more tightly into the game's overarching theme of discovery and renewal. Thankfully, I encountered very few bugs during my time with the game. The only notable issue involved multiple ore veins spawning on top of each other, likely tied to the way items respawn daily. While a minor inconvenience, it's something that developers will likely address as the game evolves. On the flip side, some overlooked features felt like hidden gems. For instance, the ability to transfer items to your mech or storage containers by throwing them while outside of the farm mech adds a surprising level of convenience. Similarly, the mechanic that also allows you to craft directly from nearby storage chests streamlines the building process. keeping the focus on creativity rather than tedious resource management. Another feature I appreciated was the absence of a power gauge or timer on mech usage. This freedom allows players to explore at their own pace, unburdened by unnecessary restrictions. The trade-off for a maxed out inventory, losing the ability to jump or sprint, feels fair and realistic, encouraging thoughtful resource collection without penalizing players unduly. The game's atmosphere deserves special recognition, from the dynamic daylight cycle to the way rain gently falls on partially sunny days. Lightyear Frontier excels at creating a world that feels alive. These small details immerse you in the environment, making every moment on the planet feel special. Now all we need is some snow. Despite these minor critiques, Lightyear Frontier is a game filled with heart, creativity, and potential. Its interconnected systems and thoughtful design create an experience that is as peaceful as it is engaging. With a few refinements to characters and mechanics, this game could evolve into something truly exceptional. It's already well on its way, and I can't wait to see where the developers take it next. Lightyear Frontier is more than just a game. It's a sanctuary. It offers us a place to pause, to breathe, and to reconnect with the things we often forget to cherish in the chaos of daily life. It reminds us of the beauty and simplicity, the wonder of discovery, and the power of starting anew. And what makes this experience even more extraordinary is the fact that it's still in its early stages of development. It's hard to believe that a game this polished, this vibrant, and this deeply resonant is technically unfinished. What we have now, a game that invites us into a world of serene exploration, rewarding creativity, and a narrative steeped in mystery, is only the beginning. The team at Framebreak has laid an incredible foundation, one that feels complete in its current state, yet brims with potential for what's to come. This potential is made all the more impressive by the game's remarkable optimization. At just 2.5 gigabytes, Lightyear Frontier is a masterclass in efficiency. It's a testament to the level of care and craftsmanship that the developers poured into every detail. Despite its small file size, the game feels expansive and alive, with environments that are as breathtaking as they are immersive. Even players with mid to low-end computers can enjoy the game on max graphics with high frame rates, a rarity in today's industry. This level of accessibility is not just a technical achievement, it's a gift, one that ensures this incredible experience can be shared by as many people as possible. But Lightyear Frontier isn't just about what it offers on the surface, it's about what it represents. It's a reminder that games don't need to overwhelm us with noise and a spectacle to be impactful. They can be quiet, thoughtful, and deeply personal. This game invites us to slow down and savor the journey, to find joy in the little things, whether it's planting a seed, watching a sunrise, or listening to the rain tapping against the glass of your farm mech's cockpit. It's also a reflection of the people behind it. Framebreak isn't a massive studio with endless resources. It's a small team of visionaries who dared to create something different. They didn't just make a game, they built a world that feels like home. They didn't just design mechanics, they crafted experiences that resonate. And they didn't just tell a story, they invited us to become a part of it. Their transparency and collaboration with the community have been a cornerstone of this project. They've not only shared their progress, but also listened, adapting and growing alongside the players who have supported them. It's this connection, this willingness to invite others into the creative process, that makes Framebreak stand out as a studio. They've proven that gaming can be a dialogue, a shared journey, rather than a one-sided experience. As I reflect on my time with Lightyear Frontier, I'm struck by how much it has given me. It's more than the gameplay, the mechanics, or even the stunning visuals. It's the way it made me feel. A sense of peace, of wonder, of hope. It reminded me that even in the most unexpected places we can find beauty and meaning. It reminded me that, like the protagonist of the game, we all have the power to rebuild, to grow, and to create something extraordinary out of what was once broken. To the team at Framebreak, thank you. Thank you for your vision, your dedication, and your willingness to take risks. Thank you for creating a game that feels like it was made with love, care, and an understanding of what truly matters. And thank you for reminding us that even in an industry often driven by trends and profits, there's still room for authenticity and heart. And to those who haven't stepped into the world of Lightyear Frontier, what are you waiting for? This is a game that will touch your soul if you let it, It's not just about building a homestead or exploring alien landscapes. It's about finding a sense of purpose, of connection, of renewal. It's about rediscovering the joy of simply existing and creating in a world that feels alive. The story of Lightyear Frontier is far from over. The glowing door hasn't fully unlocked, and the mysteries of the ruins haven't all been revealed. But that's the beauty of it. This game is a journey, and journeys take time. As the developers continue to expand and refine this world, we'll be here, ready to explore, ready to build, and ready to uncover the secrets of this tranquil frontier. So here's to Framebreak, to the players who have made this journey so special, and to the frontier we've only just begun to discover. May this game inspire others to see the power of creativity, the importance of connection, and the endless possibilities of a fresh start. Because Lightyear Frontier isn't just a game, it's a promise. A promise that no matter how chaotic the world becomes, there will always be a place where you can pause, breathe, and start again. And that's a promise worth holding on to. This has been Lightyear Frontier, a new beginning.